All right, guys. Let's go into this round of 8 quarterfinals. It's a best-of-7 rematch of the World Championship. MARU ripping on side in the top right of altitude. It's his map pick, and he's going double proxy barracks outside the natural. And I've got a question. Is that going to be Marauders or Reapers? I think it's normally Reapers, right? But surely the Marauders would be... You can't go double proxy Marauder, can you? I don't know. There's just something about this build sniffs different. I don't even know what it is. It's literally subconscious pattern recognition. Anyways, he's up against the world champion, OLIVEIRA. And OLIVEIRA going for the meta expand build, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a no scout 1-rax expand. This here is what we, ladies and gentlemen, call a blind counter. MARU goes for a blind gamble. And when he sees that SCV, he's going to feel very good about this. Maru's just smiling. Look at that camera. That's a smile, guys. I'm describing a smile. I'm looking at Maru's face. We're seeing him just going, yeah, I know. I knew he'd be greedy on this map. Why do you think I picked altitude, pig? Because it would be way too obvious that I would proxy racks on the giant map. I knew he'd play greedy. And this here is what we're gonna call it a free win, man. If you somehow defend as OLIVEIRA, you are a god. I don't like it's your factory's so far out. You've got 1 Reaper, 1 Marine are going to be fighting versus 3 Reapers. OLIVEIRA has to cancel the command center, pull back to the high ground, and pull a lot of SCVs. And he's going to take massive damage no matter what. Get out of there! Run! Okay, his Marine only takes 1 hit so far, which is about the best he can hope for. He's got to cancel that stuff, man. He's not canceling on the low ground yet. I guess the command center could take some hits potentially. Takes out the SCV that was spying the high ground. He needs to pull more SCVs. He needs to pull them now. He doesn't even have a bunker started yet. I mean, he's got to cancel this low ground no matter what. Bunker gets canceled. Extra Marine is out. Have I overestimated how much damage this is going to do? I don't think so. Oh, the SCV is actually blocked there. Almost gets a Reaper kill. OLIVEIRA's looking pretty slick so far. He's got a Hellion on the way. Of course he has to cancel the command center, but for now he's like... just bloody anything to waste Maru's time and keep me alive. Keep me breathing for a little bit longer. Factory's halfway done behind this. MARU is going to bring the barracks to spot the high ground. Command center is going to have to cancel. Whew. And we're going to see a rebuild on the high ground. He's only on 1 gas, so I don't think OLIVEIRA can go second gas this late. I think he's better off not. Oh, the Reapers are going to jump in. The barracks doesn't see where the army is. Command Center's going to start. He's going to try and get up there to see when those Reapers jump in, but that's a free SCV kill if I've ever seen one. He's just spotting the high ground. He sees it's safe. MARU not taking any risks in this game. The Perving barracks, very well done. These units going to try and come up. The Hellion runs the wrong direction. Oh no, and the other Hellion bumps into the Reapers. Oh, the command center placement really hurt OLIVEIRA here. Oh no. Oh. That's a disaster, mate. I thought he'd held on, but the command center created a diagonal which only the Marines Reapers could move through. He didn't realize the Hellion path to the other direction. He focuses down almost all of the Reapers. Amazing micro for OLIVEIRA from what should have been an absolute disaster. Quick repair on that SCV. How did he only lose 5 SCVs there? There's a Marine in his base. MARU just walked a Marine into this man's base. What the hell? The disrespect. I'm joking. It was an accident. He did not mean to rally that Marine in there. There's clearly an accident, guys. But Cyclones with Magfield are on the way behind it. MARU, of course, has a command center landed. And this command center was not building that entire time. This is still very, very terrible. Wait, did MARU actually build it off that barracks? Apparently, he did build it from the landed barracks, chat's telling me. Sorry, guys. I was getting a little bit excited there. Got to remember to breathe through these exciting early games. I mean, it's such a disastrous move to have the Hellion run to the left and the second one pop out straight to its death. Huge mistake for OLIVEIRA from what looked like him salvaging a near impossible situation, but now he's going to be playing from far behind. There's a 3rd command center on the way while his natural has not even finished. He's going to try and make some Ravens, but I do feel like MARU can kind of play Harlem Globetrotter stuff right now. He's going 3 Cyclones with Magfield. He's going to have a medevac. He's going to run around with these medevacs, just picking off units willy-nilly and having a good old party to himself. For those who don't know, willy-nilly was a famous partier. Had, you know, basically your classic... oh, man, what was the name of that? I'm thinking of really bad movies. Anyways, we won't go down that tangent. Magfield, I thought would go into mech for a moment, but it looks like he is swapping back into barracks for bio. Single Raven is out for OLIVEIRA right now. I think OLIVEIRA's initial hold was so tight on the micro that I actually see this as promising The big mistake on the command center when he was in a very fragile position was basically deadly. I think auto turret's going to have to go down on this. Actually, interference matrix could shut this down, but then you don't have enough units to punish. Oh my god, oh my god. Auto turret goes down, but MARU grabs the Cyclone, runs past the turret and says, see, you don't want to be ya. Grabs a few SCVs, and the moment the tank's here, he'll just pick up and leave. Oh man, look at that. Brilliant play, guys. Gets a whole pack of SCVs, pulls on out. Banshee does fly in and gets 2 SCVs of its own. Well executed by Mr. Oliveira. Keeps the Banshee alive. He knows he needs more. He's at 26 SCVs versus 42. This Banshee has some heavy lifting to do. Hopes and dreams of a lot of Terran on its shoulders. 5 SCVs, not bad, but definitely not enough. Third command center of his own is finishing up. Oliveira is going to try and play it out, see what he can make happen. He's got 2 Ravens versus 1. He's got 2 tanks versus 2. If he can get a siege up and then one-shot the Cyclones, there's not that many Marines out. There's a window where he actually has the better army. If you could somehow contain him, I don't think it contains enough. I think he needs to really do some direct damage. Basically, Oliveira needs to set up in a good spot and then hope MARU panics. MARU's moving out the left with his Cyclones. They could be a very effective flanking force. This is obviously us talking about things that could go right for Oliveira because he's in a rather dead position. If we ask the pro gamers, they'd say he's dead. There's nothing he can do. He's super screwed. But I don't know, man. Unfortunately, no production in range. MARU's tank looking like it might come forward and go for the aggressive siege. Oh, we could get a big shot off on those bio units, but a good pullback here by Oliveira. Oh, the triple Cyclone lock. 2 on one Raven, 1 on the other. Gets 1 Raven, the other one deep in the red. An auto turret goes down, and Oliveira is now setting up a soft contain. Hell, I don't know if that's a soft contain. It's looking like a flaccid contain, says MARU, as he runs down that ramp. Takes the Raven out without any time, and Oliveira is just getting run over here. Does not have the numbers. That early game was far too good. And MARU guessing his opponent's build order and coming out on top. All right, guys. Game 1 got blind counted. Oliveira now in the bottom right side says, you know what's a good build in this matchup? Proxy Reapers. But MARU looks into his bloody crystal ball and says, guessed it. And he actually finds the proxy racks attempt. So Oliveira starts his second barracks at home, realizing he's not going to be able to get this one up. And very wisely, he repairs that SCV. Really nice. If he can just, this guy's, get out, run. Okay, that SCV can't help. But this guy, can he finish this? Okay. Oh, look at this. The SCV's trying to bait him. I don't think he can finish the barracks. Oh, this is such a good start from MARU, guys. Oh, he gets the SCV. Barracks has to get cancelled, and MARU, more like Smugru. Am I right? Seriously, man.
I think it's map hacking.
I can't disagree, Oliveira. 2 for 2 on hard countering you. Now, game 1, let's be real, he did proxy those barracks before we knew you were 1-racks expanding. But yeah, I think he might be, man. That's bloody, what's he got, like a, he's got like some sort of script to read your mind or something in this series. Oh, no. Watch out, that SCV, guys. MARU comes in. Drilly boy pulls out his big drill, stabs the red hit point SCV. That is a 2-kill SCV. Name him, Twitch chat. That's Gary the Savage right there. And you know what you get rewarded with? If you kill 2 SCVs with your drill, you get to build depots for the rest of the game. It's the easiest job. He gets to go build depots for the rest of his life. Giga Chad, Gary the Drilly Boy. Gary the Savage. Wow. Oh, rough start for Oliveira, man. He's definitely in a nasty spot. He's just building Marines one at a time. Factory and Starport trying to pump out these units. So it feels like Oliveira's kind of he's on 1 gas as well. He's going to try and do, I believe, a medevac drop and then just expand behind it and play a normal game. But all off like 1 gas because he's kind of behind. So that's how he's going to come back. But the command center already well progressed, about halfway done there. Alien and the Marine do take a few hits. The Reapers come up. They don't see too much of what's behind there, but you got to wonder as MARU. Doesn't feel like there's a command center in this game. MARU doesn't have an add-on. He's gone 3 Reapers and a Hellion. Now building a reactor and a tech lab on the barracks and the factory. Command center is going to build on location for Oliveira. There we go. Now, I got to find Gary really quickly, see what Gary the Savage is up to, guys. Remember, he was an ever so slightly damaged SCV, so keep your eyes out for him. Focusing on the important things in this action-packed best of 7 rematch of the grand finals, guys. That's him. He's mining gas. 39 hit point SCV over there. Okay, we've got a 6 Marine drop coming across the map, but this Reaper backstab could be deadly because there is nothing at home to defend, and these Reapers are going to win the game. Oh, there's just no answer, man. He's got nothing at home. He's sending 3 Hellions in and a Marine drop. He needs to do massive damage, but there's a Cyclone and a Hellion. The Reapers fighting the SCVs. There's nothing to defend. Oliveira is in so much trouble. The Marines drop in the main base. The Cyclone is there. He tries to do a hot pickup. He's only got 5 Marines. He needs to get out. He needs to get out. Oh, he does pick off. The Hellions are getting some kills on the natural. He gets 8 workers. He's going to come straight back into the main, knowing that these units are going to get chased down by the Cyclone. The problem, of course, is those Reapers. The Reapers are finally getting hunted down, but no, the Hellions sleeping on duty a little bit there, and Oliveira has to tap out. MARU with some goddamn 300 IQ plays. You can see the way Oliveira is leading forward. He's like, are you kidding, man? This guy, I literally read my mind 2 games in a row. Damn. All right, guys, let's go for it. Oliveira's got his work cut out for him in this best of 7. So far, he's been losing the poker game, and he's going back to a less gambly and more standard play. Oliveira in the top left side. Not wanting to take any risks, and obviously, if he started the series this way, I think he can go toe-to-toe with MARU. MARU looked very sloppy in his first series tonight. In the early games, he looked very clutch later on in the games, of course. But he's the one who's going for an SCV scout this time. Maru's saying, all right, super safe standard play. Oliveira, same build order minus the SCV scout. Oh, and he's got 3 workers on one gas and none on the other. Oh, no. Guys, notice how 2 on one, 1 on the other? This is what you do if you want efficiency. 3 on one, 0 on the other. This is what you do if your name's Hero. For those who don't know, Hero's idea of efficiency is like being supply blocked 30% of the time. You know, no offense, I love Hero, one of my favorite players, but I hate the 3 gas on one, 0 on the other. It's just less efficient because that 3rd worker has to just wait a little bit. And you can see, look at this 20 gas lead, guys. I mean, you could argue that there's also an extra Reaper building, but no, that's the same gas as the reactor. So yeah, it's actually led to a 20 gas lead. And this is something I've been seeing more and more pros. Beyond's been doing it lately. 3 on one, 0 on the other. Hero does it all the time. A lot of them have been doing this, and it's such sloppy play. So I'm a little bit sad that Oliveira is doing it, because he's normally very clean on his openings, but I feel like there's some laziness creeping into those pro gamer plays. You know, Innovation would never do that. Innovation has always been one of the most efficient and clean pro gamers. When he's back in the business now, got back from the military, he's going to teach these kids how to do it. Reaper Alien chases him off, and Maru's gotten away with that reactor, so he's pumping Reaper Alien like mad now, guys. Oliveira, you got to be careful, mate. Oh, he gets the shot off on this Hellion, but takes a shot in return, and he's got a Cyclone building a lot quicker. But, of course, this down on the Hellion. A Reaper count, 3 Reapers, 2 Hellions coming out. Maru does swap back to Marines after this. He's not going too crazy with it, not too hog wild. And Starport going to swap over in that tech lab. Raven's on the way, no doubt, for Oliveira in the near future. Good to see we get a standard game. Command Center's a little faster for him, so his minerals is a little further ahead. And back to 3 workers on gas for both players. Fully saturated, of course. Makes sense. And a Banshee. Ooh! Now, for those who don't know, the Banshee is one of the safest units in early game TvT. Just a single cloakless Banshee. You get that bad boy out, and it can shut down a lot of tank drop pushes. Speak of the devil, tank drop push, very good. If the Cyclone gets taken out at all, and in this case there is no Cyclone, if the Marines aren't able to zone it, that Banshee can out-micro unupgraded Marines very well, can potentially pick off the tank. So just going for this Banshee shuts it down. And remember, this was game 1 of their grand finals, where this exact push came in. Oliveira reviewed this on his stream after the tournament, and he said, man, I was in position, but I lost the whole game here with some missed micro. I was a bit out of position. Oh, Banshee, careful. Okay, Banshee sees the Reaper Hellion and the Marines. Oh, great reaction time by Oliveira. He sees the push coming. He sees the unload. He knows exactly what's up. And those Marines taking some good damage, but the Banshee's already getting a little low. He's got to be careful. Cyclones, double Cyclone locks, takes out the Reapers. Oh, and with the tank siege up, I think this is a really good spot for Oliveira. But the Banshee goes down. Does it matter, though? The tank has to get picked up. Maru gets out of there with the tank. Units lost tab in favor of Oliveira. And he says, it's my time to be extra prepared. That safety Banshee is such a good unit, man. Extra second barracks going down. Third barracks as well in just a moment. So both sides going 3 barracks. Third command centers are almost finished for both sides. Maru's got the quicker double engineering bay. But Oliveira's up 1 SCV, and his engineering bays will be going down in a moment. I would expect those to drop very, very shortly. Both sides just chilling. Let's check the Raven count, guys. Maru only went 1 Raven and then used his starport for building add-ons, so he's going to have quicker Marines. On the other side, we've got 2 Ravens. So much more front-on style for Oliveira, whereas Maru's going to be going heavier into the Marine production just a little bit earlier, but not massively so. I don't think he's miles ahead or anything. Engineering bays go down. It's going to be about a 40-second, maybe 45-second advantage on 1-1. Depending on when the fights happen, that can be absolutely game-changing. And I expect medevac production for Maru. Now, with this build order, from here, usually you build medevacs, and a Doom Drop is a very powerful move. The thing is, that scan, they both see that the other guy has been building reactors with the starport. This is kind of standard at the moment, especially in the matchup between these two. But it's something where it's gotten to the point where when you see that, you know, okay, they could be a bit more drop focused, right? There's always the chance of that Doom Drop coming into my main later. I got to be careful of their mobility. It's not the slow, kind of lethargic Viking tank army that pushes on one angle. There could be a drop in the main, a drop in the natural. Army looking out, position me. Oliveira's up 1 siege tank, down 1 Marine, up 1 Raven. He's also got a single Cyclone advantage. Maru, oh god, ships passing in the night. He sees a Marine. He sees a Marine, catches a tank. Oh, good catch. Very good catch here from Maru. Oliveira, does he bring his army back to flank this? This could be really good because I don't know if he realizes that army's right there. Oh, he scans. Good scan. Good scan from Maru. He can pull to the left side now. Oh, auto turrets do go down, but the tank siege is good. The auto turrets full. That Raven very low, though. Almost fell right there. And look at that siege tank. It's going to go down. If he can get the Raven, though, Maru goes for the Raven. He stims and gets it. Oh, Maru absolutely goated micro there. His tank Marine coming in on that third base. Oliveira's going to try to defend. This game's heating up like very, very quickly, guys. This is heating up so fast. The SCV's going down on both sides. The third gets evacuated quicker. Maru does not lose as many workers. Auto turrets are going to come down. Interference matrix and a turret breaks the position. But Oliveira, watch out. Maru's getting in your main base, mate. Oh no, there's tank sieged in the main. Oliveira needs to siege this tank out of range of the enemy tank. But he's in range. He's in range. That's the mistake he made on this map last. Oh no, on Gressvin last time. Oh, despite that, actually Maru made it last time. The Marines will break the push. The natural's gone. It's been lifted off as well. Oliveira maintains tank position. He handles the base trade better. There's sort of both sides of the map at once. Maru has to go for the break. Great spready on the SCVs. But guys, a good spready ain't going to save you from massive losses. 24 SCVs go down. Maru gets the break, but he loses a lot of workers. And guess what? Third command center is still alive for both sides. So they're both 3CC. But a 13 worker advantage for Oliveira, and he's equal in army supply. His combat shields is a little later, but it'll be done in time. Double drop on the left side of the map, going to be Maru's hope of getting back in it. He's going to send the rest of his army down the right. Sadly, guys, the rest of his army right now is dregs. He's going to be throwing spit at his opponent. Spit and bloody, I don't know what the hell else. Maybe a little bit of blood. Nice interference matrix is going to stop the medevac with a tank in it. 8 Marine drop gets in the main. Oliveira maybe going a little bit too YOLO. 100% going a bit too YOLO there. Does save one of the medevacs. Meanwhile, does he have units at home? Yeah, he's got plenty. Should be able to defend this, but it's mostly tanks, and they're not actually sieged in range. His Marines aren't that high in number. Let's see how quick Oliveira responds. His drop goes back past the Cyclone as well. Maru, he's going to get the medevac, but no, great pullback by Oliveira. His Marines are going to clean this up, but oh, bad positioning for Ollie. Oh no, Ollie didn't pull all of his Marines here, guys. The multitasking of Maru, next level right now. Oliveira was way ahead, but he goes a bit too hard on the backstab, and Maru's Cyclone with 8 kills finally goes down. That Cyclone is an absolute Chad gamer. That Cyclone was a hero. Maru better pay his family a bloody pension for the rest of their life, because they did so darn well. That Cyclone did so much. There's still a good tank count for Ollie. Ollie's only down 7 Marines, but it feels like he's lost the advantage that he was having for that previous period. Now, they both see each other, a bit of a standoff, but most of the tanks are here on the front for Oliveira. Oliveira is in the lead on the tank count. He's down 5 army supply. And oh, Maru goes to the tank reposition. Immediate evacuation, the best play that Ollie could hope for. Get the SCVs out of there. He's going to try and repair the command center, and he will be able to save that. The Liberator will go down. He's going to try and retake this base. There's still a siege tank there. His own double drop tries to go in and gets snapped. Oh my god, Maru is an all-consuming bloody python in this game. Every time Oliveira goes to backstab him, Maru is there, and it feels like he is playing the fiddle, and he's saying, dance, boy, dance. Oliveira, I mean, he's really feeling Maru in his A game, playing for Maru. Maru wants revenge for that World Championship Grand Finals. He wants to show that that was a one-off event, that was a freak show, and he's really keeping up pace with Oliveira in this multitasking battle. And I love the way he's playing this Beyond-style medevac game. Oliveira does spot that army there, but he's unsieging all the tanks on the top, which means those Marines are going to get an angle now. I like these Marines moving forwards, chasing that army back. You got to be wary, though. SCVs spot it. Oliveira, though, he doesn't have any Marines in position. He's going to have to pull the boys back. Get those drilly boys out of there. Maru gets past with the Doom Drop on the left side as well. Oh, he's so quick. He's so fast. He's playing an elusive style of Terran. He's going to go past. The Mad Dog. Oh, my God. The amount of dead space on this these new map pools. Drops can be so aggressive and still find their way out. And can you believe it? He's going back in. He's going back in. He forces the army back and he redrops. Maru playing such a crazy aggressive style of TvT. Oliveira pounces, but I don't know if he can take those tanks down in time. The tank siege, the volleys go down. He's redropped behind the natural mineral line. Maru playing like a god. And if that isn't what asserting dominance looks like, then heck, I don't know what it is. That was a beautiful, beautiful game from Maru. All right, up 3-0, looking dominant. Gets himself out of trouble in that last game. This man is a god from behind. Maru now going command center first in TvT. I didn't even know you could do this. Is command center first in TvT a thing? Is there a Terran pro gamer in the Twitch chat watching this? Are you guys as surprised as me? Is there a build? I can't believe this is a build. And Oliveira's scouting, so he's going to say this is really good for Oliveira. Oliveira's done a double gas. He's going to scout. This is command center first, and that's very useful that he knows this is a thing. Because he's going to be able to adapt and react to it, man. SCV's coming on in. Command center there as well. And he doesn't scout for the double gas follow-up, but it's TvT. Who's going to do command center first into 3 barracks in this matchup? Okay, he's checking for proxies. For a second, I thought he was going to come build a 3rd command center here, and I was like, Maru, you're drunk, go home. But it's just checking if he's getting proxied. He's starting Marine production. And what is the response from Oliveira? I was thinking it might just be like build reactor, build tech lab, go up to like a tank push or something. Because, you know, his tech's going to be, like, pretty far behind yours. Factory goes down. I mean, it's crazy. Legacy of the Void, guys. Command center first versus double gas. 1 base build. It's like a 30-second difference, if even on the factory. It's, like, really not that big. But an expert player can turn even small advantage to their favor. Now, the Reaper unable to get damage there. The Marine with the Drilly Boy helping him out. That might be Gary from the earlier game, guys. I think Gary survived. Goes back to mining. He might be a bit like Batman. If one Gary the Savage dies, another one might just take his place anyway. More of an idea than a single human. Starport on the way as well as the command center. So it looks like Oliveira is changing nothing. And you know what? That's not a bad play. Because Maru's going to be like, oh god, what's he going to throw at me to try to punish this? And he's got to build Marines non-stop. Only now building a reactor. The Reaper's going to try to jump up and going to lose one. Oh, that's not good. That's rough, man. He could have tried to, like, keep poking in and try to catch the SCVs as they pop out, but now that he loses that unit, he can't contest. I mean, he can try, but good spready on the Marines for Maru, and that's going to really slow down any sort of potential scariness. Tank is on the way, and a medevac's going to start on that starport in the near future. No 3rd gas just yet here for Ollie. And oh, Ollie just lost a Reaper, guys. Maru ran out. Oh, greedy boy Maru gets a big pick off. That's 2 Reapers down. And he says, sorry, did you say this was not an opening, Pig? Pig, did you say this is not an opening? I'm up 5 workers and I just killed 2 Reapers. And I'm building my own tank. And I know he's probably going to try and use a tank to take advantage of me. So I'm building a Viking to counter the medevac. What is going on, guys? MARU played some sloppy early game earlier today against Skillus. It was a good series. Skillus played out of his mind, but the early game was like a little sloppy here and there. In this series, he's found himself in trouble in that last game. But like the moment he gets behind or in a weird position where any other player would be compromised, MARU's like, I'm not behind, I'm ahead. And you're like, no, you're not, you're behind. He's like, I'll show you. Like, it's disgusting. His knowledge of these situations, his ability to read his opponent's mind, especially right now, is incredible. And where is the medevac? Where? Oh, there it is. Oh, he hits the right side. MARU wasn't in position with the Viking. Ah, I do like that tank angle. He's in range of one of those mineral patches. Viking comes over. I think just drop one Marine on the high ground. Oh, he should have dropped a Marine on the high ground, but he's going to just pull out of there. 2 SCVs, not bad. It's good damage. More tanks and another medevac, man. This is, guys, this is a Platinum League build. Have you guys, this is normally on one base, the Platinum League Marine tank double drop. Guys, Beyond is somewhere out there cheering for Oliveira, like, yeah. You know, this is just, he's just going to drop a tank on the right, siege it, drop a tank and Marines on the left. Unfortunately for him, Maru's got tank sieged everywhere. He's got a Viking, he's got a Raven. I don't think he's going to be surprised. MARU with a god tier Marine scout, scouts it. Hellion also is denying the SCV on that base. Tank drop, it's going to come into there. He's going to try to go back now. He's like, oh, I've been scouted. No, don't know if I want to do this. Tank might just siege on the low ground. He might just pick off the depot. We'll see. He's second guessing himself. There's a tank right there. Oliveira does not know about the tank. He sees it. He sees it. He's going to try and drop on top of the tank. Oliveira with the Mad Dog strategy drops on top of the siege tanks. He takes him out, but the auto turret comes down, as do those Marines. He's going to try and siege up now. This is a crazy strategy for Oliveira. What a sick build. Oliveira's looking a little stressed, but oh, MARU gets the siege from the low ground, gets the tank kill. Alien runs in, ain't going to be able to finish that bad boy. And MARU holds on. Third command center is now being rebuilt, but remember that was massively delayed during this. Third command center is done producing. 1-1 upgrades on the way. Halfway done. 3 racks pumping. Stim on the way. Guess what? The extra barracks and the engineering base just started for Oliveira. His production so far behind, he needs more damage. He's going to throw the Matrix down. No, he isn't. He's going to pull back. Be a little bit careful for now, but man, Oliveira desperately needs damage, or he needs to swap back into turtle mode at home. Looks like he's going to see if he can get a bit more damage first of all. MARU, of course, wants to show that that was a freak occurrence in that grand finals. Oliveira played out of his minds. Now, MARU did basically win the poker game, game 1 and game 2 in this series. That game 3 was fantastic, and this very cute CC first build is also amazing. Auto turret's going down, but the tanks aren't in range, and Oliveira's auto turrets don't do anything. His Marines take a volley. He does unsiege there, but he's lost 2 tanks, and now MARU's ahead on the tanks, or at least even, and that's more than enough. When you've got an extra Raven, oh, he's going to come out and ambush him. Oliveira sees the army. But look at this Viking bullying him, mate. And oh, he does catch the unsiege, does Oliveira. He goes for the YOLO, but it ain't going to work, man. You can tell he's ready to top right now. MARU crushes this fight really hard. The Marines spread out there are going to take down the siege tanks. The medevacs will pull back. Oliveira has to go home. And it looks like MARU is answering a lot of our questions. A lot of people said MARU didn't play up to his level. Oliveira said, I think MARU played at maybe 30% of his skill level, whereas I played at 80% in those grand finals. MARU apparently wants to prove that that's the case. He is looking for the 4-0 victory with a combination of great build choices, strategy, amazing play from behind, and a very creative build order here in game number 4 as well. And he's built a massive advantage for himself where now Oliveira is stuck on the defense. And like I said, he can try to turtle and recover in the long game, but he needed to pull back earlier and preserve his tank count to do that. I think at this point, he's feeling a little bit defeated, as you would be with how this series has gone. Oliveira has been on the worst end of it. SCV's getting pulled. Marine's going to stim in. Nice angling for Oliveira, but those SCVs are very clumped. And even though MARU gets pushed back, takes 16 SCVs with him, doesn't even lose all those siege tanks. The Vikings are going to have to land, taking yet another siege tank shot. And MARU is on 71 workers. He's got a 4th building on location. He can cut all the corners at this point. He doesn't need to play safe. He can just rotate around. He's got the numbers. And from excellent, amazing positional play, this is just stock standard stuff for MARU now. He doesn't really have to do anything special because he's built such a lead for himself. Just keeps rotating around, finding good angles. It looks like he's out of scans right now. So he's like, oh, I better pull back. Uh-oh. My tanks might get sieged on. I don't know. He's going to try and siege there. Let's get another scan up. And he's still in range of that base. Oliveira taking really big damage. It is tied up, 1-1 upgrades on each side. The Viking lands, the tanks siege, the Marines stem forward. Oliveira will break this position and control of his third. Can Oliveira fight back from here? Right now, Oliveira needs to think back to game 1 of Katowice, his series versus Clem on Gresfin. 4 bases versus 7 bases. Clem smothering him all game start to finish. And I'm telling you, it was like watching bloody a man get suffocated and refusing to die even after he didn't breathe through it. It was like any MMA fans. It was like when bloody Ortega had that bloody that choke on Volkanovski, and he's like, "Oh, what? Doesn't matter. I can not breathe for a minute and not go unconscious. I don't even care." That's what Oliveira did versus Clem in that series. He needs to do that, but he needs to do it versus Maru, and that's really hard because he's Maru. He's the greatest Terran of all time, man. He's the greatest Terran of all time, and not just that, his specialty is late game. Maru, in a totally late game, is a god. But Maru isn't playing that. Maru's not playing calm, slow, restrained. He's going for 3 extra reactors. This is 8 racks Maru. Maru's saying, I'm going to play Beyond style. I'm going to be the one controlling the map. I'm going to just pick up my tanks, boost in, take positions from you. Marines are going to be all over the place. We're going to be just running out everywhere, man. Second factory on the way. This is what Oliveira needs to do. Build factory, tanks, build Vikings. And the thing is, you can come back against this style. Maru's not going Ravens. Yes, he's building more command centers on location. But he's not, you know, it's not an insurmountable lead. Oliveira is macroing like a beast. And this is where we need to see that heart. Right now, it does look like he's very tense, though. The way he's kind of eating his lips on the camera a little bit is definitely something, you know, for me, you could see me kind of spazzing out when I get a bit too tense in game. Bloody my tongue starts doing whirly twirlies. For Oliveira, I think it's he's eating his lips might be his tell, but he's a little bit tense. He's going to have to try to relax here and find a way to do it. Oh, those tanks just barely outside of siege tank range. And he gets a gas in a depot. Well done. And if this can distract him enough, the Marines maybe drop down the right side. You're going to be just very patient as Oliveira. This is not big damage. It's a refinery. Who cares? You're on 3 base. The problem is when he moves out to take a 4th and he's down 20-30 army supply, he will lose. If Oliveira stays on 3 base for another 2 minutes and just plays very carefully, I think he can win. I think he can get back in it. But he doesn't know he's up against Mass Marine. He doesn't know he's down 40 Marines right now. His only advantage is tanks. He needs them to be supported right now. Oh god, oh god. Good scan. Good siege tank shots. Maru attacking around a corner here. Bad angle for Maru. Very bad angle for Maru. Trying to force his way into a terrible position right now. Oliveira gets a legendary engagement. Maru. Oh, I don't normally say this, but I think Maru just chucked a Zerg. For those who don't know, chucking a Zerg is when you get way ahead in a game, and the only way you can lose is by attacking into a choke point. Zerg players cannot resist this, dude. It's like holding a piece of raw meat out in front of a dog. Zerg players are like so dumb when they're ahead. They love to attack into choke points. And I think Maru just got, you know, he smelt blood in the water. He got into a bit of a feeding frenzy. Tried to force it. He's still way ahead. He's got 1 billion bases. He's taken a bloody 6th base on location. He's got 3-3 upgrades ahead of 2-2. He's still way ahead on the unit count. He's down on the tanks, but these tanks aren't perfectly positioned. If he can break those tanks on the natural, then he can drive a wedge. But Oliveira responds very quickly. Oh, he loses too many Marines, though. He lost too many Marines. Oliveira needs to reinforce the natural. Maru shoving in those tanks. They're coming out. He needs to siege. He needs Marines over here, does Oliveira, but he threw a lot of them away. Oh, man. But Maru gets a really good trade. Oliveira may have secured the 4th. But right now, the Marines can just pick up and drop on the tanks. He's got no anti-air. Oh, Oliveira needed to be more conservative with those Marines. That stim forward on the Marines was just a little bit too uncautious. And these tanks, look at that. He can't even get over to his 3rd. He's trying to reinforce. The turret seems to be the last little bit of anti-air. Oliveira hanging on for dear life right now. And this position, I always say, if your enemy gets that tank position on this map, you are very, very much in trouble, man. That tank position, if they get tanks there, they control the center of the map very deep forward into your territory. And that is a big problem. 8 racks versus 5. 3-3 upgrades aren't there yet for Maru, but he feels he's got the numbers. Even with these tanks shelling on him, it's +1 vehicle weapons versus +1. Oliveira doesn't seem to have the numbers. And Maru knows that he can just lean that pressure on and close out the 4-0. Onside Gaming's Maru says, mate, you put me back in my comfort zone. You don't make me play a 3rd best of 7 grand final series in a row on a main stage in Poland, and I will show you that I am the king of Terran. Awesome. Congratulations. How does it feel to get revenge for Katowice?
카토비치에 복수한 기분이 어떠세요?
안 좋습니다.
에, terrible. He says terrible.
Terrible, yeah. Very, but still very. This was very good though. Showing A game. Did you expect his strategy game one?
첫 번째 경기 상대 선수의 전략을 예상을 했었나요?
더블 할 것 같아가지고 했는데 좀 잘 먹힌 것 같아.
So I thought he was gonna do just a normal expand. So that's why I chose that, and then it worked out.
Awesome. I mean, it was really really nice. Game two as well. It felt like very very good. Understanding. Were you sure he was going to proxy barracks game two, or were you 50-50?
상대 선수가 두 번째 세트에서 전진 투병형을 할 거라고 생각을 하셨을까요?
안 했는데 마주쳤는데 상대 선수도 못 본 것 같아가지고 그냥 쉽게 이긴 것 같아요.
So I didn't really expect he was gonna play proxy barracks, but once he saw his SCV, but he felt like the Oliveira couldn't see my CCV, so that's how I played. And
Perfect.
it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out very perfectly there. Obviously, game three was absolutely action packed. Yeah, what do you think was the important thing that allowed you to win game three?
뭐가 그 세 번째 세트에서 가장 좀 중요했던 것 같나요?
저는 제가 유리하다고 생각해가지고 좀 공격적으로 했는데 이게 엇갈리는 바람에 좀 약간 위험했는데 제가 그냥 유리한 거 끝까지 갔다 온 것 같은데요. 사이즈를 잘 모르겠어가지고.
So I thought I was ahead. That's why I could play aggressively, but somehow it went to the base trade mode. So it was like chaos. But I still felt like I was ahead. But I don't really know if I was actually ahead or not because it was chaos.
Awesome. Yeah, it was absolute chaos, but very very nice play towards the end of it. And of course, asking about that last game, this command center first build is there a special plan for this map? I haven't seen the build order before, so is this good? Is this actually a good build order, or is this a surprised strategy?
마지막 세트에 썼었던 생더블이 그 깜짝 전략으로만 쓰일 수 있는지 아니면 이 맵에서만 쓰일 수 있는지 뭐 생더블 어떻게 좀 보시나요?
그냥 가스 할 것 같으면은 해도 될 것 같은데요. 그냥 어느 맵에서든 상관없는 것 같아요. 생각보다 괜찮은 것 같아요.
좀 준비가 된 건가요? 아니면 그냥 막 써본 건가요?
그 온라인 대회에서 현우 형한테 당했었는데 그때 져가지고 그냥 한번 써봤습니다.
So CC first is actually good against two gas opener on any kind of maps, but like he tried to use today because he lost against Bjorn in other online tournament, and he realized that it was good, so that's why he tried. And yeah, against any kind of a double gas opener like factory expand, it should be good on any kind of map.
Awesome. That's so interesting to find out. Okay, so now just one or two fan questions, just quickly to finish. Do you have a special meal you like to eat before you compete?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is there any special meal or food
Meal?
that you like to
meal.
eat before you compete, before you play a tournament?
대회하기 전에 그 대회를 위해서 뭐 먹는 약간 뭐 그런 음식 같은 게 있을까요? 약간 징크스 같은.
저는 안 먹는 게 징크스라서
안 먹는 게 좋은 걸로.
저 먹으면은 헛구역질을 하기 때문에 그래서 저는 못 먹습니다.
So before tournament, the best thing he could is like nothing. He whatever he eats, it makes him feel more nauseous or like he cannot really digest well. So he doesn't eat anything before tournament.
I hear a lot of pro gamers say that. That's interesting. All right. Well, obviously, is there? I guess we get to have a victory meal later and that sort of stuff. But we'll find out more. We'll get to ask more about the endeavors, the follow-up foods, and all the rest. Last question: have you still been? We know you practiced with Oliveira leading up to Katowice. Have you guys been practicing much since then? You still doing much practice, or are you just playing mostly online tournaments right now?
카토비체 때 이제 뭐 아무래도 또 올리베이라 선수가 이 조선 선수랑 연습했다 뭐 이런 얘기를 했었는데 그 이후로도 뭐 요새 연습을 해보셨는지 뭐 레더에서 만나셨는지 뭐 그런 게 있을까요?
보기도 싫어가지고 연락은 절대 안 하죠. 그냥 레더만 합니다 저는.
아 레더에서 몇 번 만난 적이 있나요? 그래도 뭐
한두 번 만났던 것 같은데 아이디 딱 뜨니까 나가고 싶어가지고 참고 있습니다.
아.
그래도.
So I'm gonna translate to here very like straightforwardly. So the Maru say that he hate to see Oliveira like he doesn't want to he doesn't even wanna contact him at all after losing against him in Katowice. It's so painful. It's not about him. It's about the experience that he lost. You know. So of course played a couple times on ladder, but once realized it's Oliveira that he's gonna face on ladder, he wanted to quit immediately, but he just tried to be nice and tried to play. But yeah, he's still in pain. I mean, if I wanna add a little bit more, after he 4-0'd versus him right now, like right before interview, he was texting me, and he was in very pain. Cause like it's more like why couldn't I play like this on the Katowice Pigstarcraft, Yeah.
That's the heart of a competitor. Always, that pain is what makes you so good at the game, right? So
yeah, and then like that there is no. I guess there's. Hopefully I'm wrong, but like there wouldn't be as big Katowice as it used to be, So that's why he felt like there is no revenge chance anymore, things like that. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, Stormgate Grand Finals 2024.
What? Okay.
No. Obviously, we'll see how we go. But just want to say big respect, Maru. Thank you very much, mate, and we'll see you in the semifinals.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, guys. GG, well played.